Welcome to the Breakup Recovery Podcasts by your host, Barbara Stevens. Discover the wisdom and remarkable insights of Barbara Stevens, breakup recovery mentor, author, and public speaker. Barbara offers programs and solutions for any breakup so you can turn your life around, create lasting changes for the better, and embrace life again.
Hello and welcome to Breakup Recovery Podcasts. I'm Barbara Stevens and I'm a breakup recovery mentor. And this is episode number 065, How to Manage a Narcissistic Ex-Partner After a Breakup. A breakup is stressful enough, but dealing with an ex-partner who is also a narcissist adds significantly to your stress levels. It can be common not to have seen all the signs that your ex-partner was a narcissist when you were in a relationship with them. Now that you have broken up, you can see more clearly that their behaviour was in fact a narcissist. Narcissism is a term that originated in Greek mythology of a person who fell in love with his own image reflected in a pool of water. Now it is used to describe a person characterized by egotism, vanity, pride, or selfishness. They often come through as charming, but they love the spotlight and have an overly inflated view of their own importance. They can fabricate the truth in order to get their own way and have a condescending manner towards others. In fact, they often lack empathy towards other people. They have a sense of entitlement they bring into the relationship. The moment people doubt or question them, they no longer want to be around them. They truly believe that the world evolves around them. Now that you have broken up with them, you are probably feeling the full force of their narcissistic behaviour. The strain of the breakup has unleashed the monster within. They are trying every trick in the book. They are manipulative and scheming, and they thrive on the battle. They have their own agenda, and they will do anything and everything to get their way, to win, to feel superior. They want what is convenient for them, with no regards for the feelings, wants, and needs of others. One of the first ways to combat this behaviour is to reduce the contact or sever all ties if you can. This may sound like a perfect response if you lived in the perfect world. I understand that this might be difficult due to your situation, as there could be children involved. But let's say for argument's sake that there were no children involved, and I'll go through some other tips when children are a part of the picture a bit later on in this podcast. As I said earlier, when you're describing a narcissist, it's all about them, and if they are not getting the attention they want, they will do all sorts of things to get it. It could be lots of abusive calls, rude texts and messages, and ranting emails, things like that. They are sending these sorts of messages to get a reaction from you. Now, when you first read the messages, your first reaction is to send something back defending yourself. You want to either right the wrong they are saying about you or prove to them that they are in fact wrong. It could be that they have accused you of doing something that you know you haven't done or even heard of. It could be awful and degrading comments about you. It could be threats. It could be intimidation. And it could be placing pressure on you to do certain things that will suit them and their cause. One of the first things you have to tell yourself that nothing you can say will change their way of thinking. Nothing you can say will change the awful things they are saying about you. You cannot reason with this person. They are saying these things to get the reaction from you. They will use any of your replies against you. They will twist your words to make it sound like you are in fact wrong. And this in turn will keep the conversation going. This will continue the conflict, and they will use any means to engage and resume the battle if they think they are winning or have got under your skin in some way. They will use any or all of your replies to shoot you down. Don't give them the ammunition. Don't allow them to control you from a distance. Stay calm. The calmer you are, the more in control you will be. But if you hold off reacting, replying to their texts, their emails, their messages, don't take their calls, what do you think would happen? The conversation will be finished. The bullying will be finished. The drama will end. If you reply with everything you want to say and a bit more, all you are doing is playing into their hands. You are lowering yourself to their level. If you reply, they feel that they are getting a win because you have reacted in a way they thought you would. And all this has done is to make you feel awful. It makes you feel battered and bruised. It sucks the happiness right out of you. It leaves you feeling like a loser. Of course, you want to defend yourself. You want to make sure that they know they are wrong. But don't act on these feelings. Sometimes this is hard advice to hear, but take the higher moral ground. So if you have to send back an email or a text, don't get caught up in the name-calling, the making your point so that you are in the right and they are wrong. Make sure that your replies are businesslike. Keep the messages to a bare minimum. Keep it to the facts only with no abuse or offensive language. Keep it to dot-point answers with no emotion to the reply. It's as if the reply has come from someone neutral, someone who has no feelings attached and is only interested in the basics. Make sure that your reply cannot be used against you, so don't write anything that is going to make you look bad or make you look vindictive. So read through your reply and make sure you have not lowered yourself to their level or admitted to any allegations. Do not apologize for anything that they have accused you of. You might think that this will help to stop their tirades and their accusations against you. You might be so worn down by their abuse that you think, oh well, I'll say sorry and that will be the end of it. That is what they want. So by saying sorry or apologizing, that will make them stop, but it probably won't. They will use this apology, this saying you're sorry, against you. They will use this as proof and make a point that you are in fact wrong. You are reckless, you are uncaring, selfish, or even incompetent. They will twist the admission into something that it's not. If there are emails, make sure you keep them. Document everything. So take screenshots of messages, just in case you need them down the track. Journal all your meetings with them, all contacts and conversations, so you have a record in case you need it further down the track. If you have to have contact with them due to children, expect that co-parenting with your ex-partner is going to be a challenge. I believe there are online sites that have a calendar that both parents can access. So you can put up events, sporting competitions, school activities, and things like that on the calendar so that you don't have to have conversations directly with your ex. It's all done online. If you need to meet face-to-face for dropping off or picking up the children, try and make these meetings in a public place, a natural place where other people are surrounding you. It could be the library, a shopping mall, school pickup, places like these. It might feel a bit safer for you to have a friend or a family member with you if you ever have to meet them face-to-face. Have a script ready for when you are confronted, making sure it's not too long that you can't remember everything you want to say. So keep it to a bare minimum. State the facts, make sure that there is no name-calling or threats, no bringing up old events of what they have said or done, and end it on a positive note. And most importantly, keep calm. Keep your power and don't allow them to push your buttons and take the control back away from you. Follow your custody agreement or parenting plan to the letter. Do not deviate. Do not switch weekends. Do not do anything that is not written down on that agreement. If everything is done in accordance with the agreement, then nothing can be used against you. Don't reply to any emails or texts that does not require a response as per the custody agreement, unless it relates directly to the health and safety of your children. And keep these responses. Put them in a file on your computer. If you have to reply, do it in dot point response, as I've mentioned earlier. Keep to the facts only. Stay off social media accounts and profiles like Facebook, and resist the temptation to post things on yours about your breakup, how bad it is, what your ex has done, etc. Stay under the radar and not give them any ammunition to use against you. Another way to manage a narcissist ex-partner is to find support. You are not the only one that is going through this sort of situation after a breakup. There are many people with the same circumstances as you are in, and there are many support networks out there for you. It could be talking to a friend about your situation. Making sure it's not someone who is going to encourage you to do something silly or reckless, but someone who will listen to the sort of responses you want to give your ex. There are counsellors that are trained to give you responses you need to shut down the narcissistic behaviour. Often, there are support forums online. It's a matter of finding one that is a good fit for you, that you feel comfortable reaching out to some of the members. They often also have counsellors that they can recommend. It all comes down to how you react to their behaviour. So it's about responding but not reacting. When you get that text or email, sit on it for a while. Don't respond straight away. Think about how you are going to reply, what the issue really is, and if it in fact requires a response. Resist the impulse of reacting straight away. You can only control the way you behave, the way you react. You have no control over your ex and anything that they do or say. You are the only one responsible for your happiness. So make sure you are not persuaded or influenced into doing something that you don't want to do, or something you feel uncomfortable in doing just to keep the peace. When you hear them ranting and raving, calling you names, accusing you of things, remember, he has no power over you unless you give that to him. It's your choice on how you react and how you feel about your ex-partner. Stay consistent in your behaviour. Set boundaries and stick to them. If you give in once, you're giving them the power over you, and this cycle can easily continue. Some days you can feel a little worn down by their behaviour, but it is important for you to keep your interactions on the same tone, factual, formal, and business-like. You deserve to have someone in your life that loves and respects you, not someone who wants to dominate and manipulate you. If you feel that you are still struggling with your breakup, if you are experiencing intense feelings of anger, resentment, and bitterness, and it is taking over your life, I'm here to help you in this area of moving on and coping after your breakup. I work with my clients one-on-one through my mentoring program. If you want to learn more about how we can work together, contact me via email or my Facebook page, Barbara Stevens Breakup Recovery Mentor, and book in for my free 30-minute sounding board session, and we can set up a time that suits. In this free session, you will walk away with clarity about your situation, strategies and tools to start building the future you deserve, so together we can start your journey of recovery. All my information is on my website, www.barbarastevens.com.au. If you don't want to miss an episode of Breakup Recovery Podcast, subscribe on iTunes, and I would appreciate it if you could take the time to write a review and rate the podcast. Also, feel free to message me with any questions that you have about Breakup Recovery podcasts or subjects that you want me to cover in future podcast episodes by clicking on the contact button of my website or my Facebook page. I'm always looking for ways to help you recover from your breakup. And the last thing I'd like to say is, be gentle on yourself. You deserve happiness.
If you would like to hear previous Breakup Recovery podcasts, visit barbarastevens.com.au. Connect with Barbara Stevens on social media with Barbara Stevens Breakup Recovery Mentor on Facebook and at You'll Be Okay on Twitter. Read further blogs, view webinar replays, and download your free ebook, 3 Easy Steps to Surviving Your Breakup, and much more at barbarastevens.com.au.